Today I want to say something about Newton. You know all Sir Isaac Newton. You heard of that name? Huh? I've already told about Newton, so let us not do anything about Newton. Ah. What did Newton do? He found three laws. LOSS. Oh, LAWS. Okay. What is that? That is, yes, last time I told you. Very good. Those things you remember very well. You want to give always wrong answer. Wait, you have to raise your hand and yes.
He observed everything around him.
Okay, good. And then he was able to formulate the three laws that you all said. Can anyone tell me the first law? Law of inertia. What is that? Can you say statement? One of you. You want mic? Take it. Come on. Say it.
Any object will not stop or go if or it will only stop or go if any other external force is applied.
It will stop or go only if there is external force. Okay. Anything that is moving should keep on moving. Anything that is at rest should stay at rest. That is fine. Okay. Assuming there is no external force, anything that is moving should keep on moving. What a nonsense. Have you seen that happening anywhere? I take a small ball. So if I roll the rubber ball on the floor, what will happen? Keep on moving forever. But that is what Newton says. That is what Newton said, yeah. What did Newton? Where is that obstacle? Nobody is there. Friction. Can you think of a place where there is no friction? Where? You have gone there, huh? Then we cannot see. Huh? See, the problem is, I want to highlight to you a very important problem, which made Newton a genius. What is that? He saw beyond what everybody could see. What everybody could see, if I push a ball, after some time it will come to a stop. Right? So Newton was able to see, if I am able to go to some space, some place where there is no friction, nothing, no other force acting, there is no place in the world where there is no force acting. Do you know that? You don't know. If I go to space, no force, Newton will perform somersault in his grave. You know why? There is gravity. Gravity due to sun, earth, Venus, this, that, every object in the universe. Is there that force of gravity where it will become zero? At infinity. Only at infinity, very long distance. Infinity means what? I don't know where. That's what, long distance. Okay? Only at infinity gravity will become zero. That means what? You cannot escape gravity anywhere due to any object. Right? It will be small. Yes.
Why in space we are flying so we cannot even stand in one place?
We cannot?
Space.
We cannot stand. Exactly. Right? We cannot stand. We have?
There's no gravity in space.
Gravity is there. That's what I keep on telling you. Gravity will become zero only from the object at very long distance. But in universe, you have so much of planets, stars, right? So many objects are there in the universe. So there is very difficult to find a place where there is no force acting. But Newton was able to, beyond what we all perceive, if there is no other external force, an object which is moving will continue to move forever. How wonderful, yeah, to say that. Do you understand what I am saying? Right? Now you all know, you have studied, I also studied. Now I know there is friction, wherever you go there is air pressure, right? Air, viscosity of air will be there. On the ground there will be friction. All those things now we know. And we have to say, if there is no friction, For that, what will you see? On ground, you can go to space. But can you do it on the ground, a place where there is no friction? Can you imagine? Anybody? Ice, yeah. Ice skating people, you know. If you skate, what will happen? Ice. Keep on moving. Because friction is not zero, but very, very small. Sometimes it is difficult to realize ideal situation where there is no friction, no external force. So at least we can see when it is very, very small, insignificantly small, then you can almost experience the same like no force acting. You understand? So when I make, for example, a puck, you know that ice hockey, they use a small thing you would have seen in some TV and all that. Here it's very difficult to get ice. In other countries, US, Canada, if you go, there will be acres of ice. If you go to Iceland, everything is ice only. Okay, you cannot walk, you can only slide, mostly, right? And in such places, you would find the puck will move without any stopping. It will keep on moving. So, Newton, and before Newton, there is one more great guy. You know what Newton said? Somebody asked him, how did you find all these wonderful laws here? You know what he said? Hey, don't you see? I am standing on the shoulders of giants, he said. If you stand on a giant, where will you be? You will be so high, you can see the whole world. Correct? So then somebody said, how modest he is. Super. That is a hallmark of a genius. It's so simple. He said, I am standing on the shoulders of giants. Who is one of the giants he was referring to? Galileo. You know Galileo? In the Leaning Tower of Pisa, he did some experiment, right? So the Galileo was actually something like a guru for Newton. There are many people like that. So he acknowledged them. They helped me to understand. From their experiments, I understood and wrote the law, right? So every body continues in its state of rest or of uniform motion unless compelled by some external force to change the state. That is what the first law, exact statement almost, right? So if there is no external force, a body which is moving will keep on moving uniformly. Uniform meaning what? It will wear uniform and walk.
It will cover equal distance and equal interval.
Super, yeah. Because such a wonderful, correct answer. Equal distances will be covered in equal times. But right now what I want to tell you is, Newton was able to realize that if no other force is acting on a ball, if I let the ball move by a simple pat, if I give a pat to the ball, then what will happen? The ball will keep on moving without stopping, right? Uniformly with the same speed, along the same line, straight line. Then the direction also is there. Along the straight line with the same speed, therefore it will cover equal distances in equal intervals of time. Every 1 second it will move by the same amount. That's what it says. Okay? For example, give me the ball. It is at rest now. Correct? So if it is at rest, what do you understand from that? There is no force acting on it. What? Everybody knows if there is an apple, if I release it, what will happen? It will fall down. So the ball should also go down, no? There is a gravity acting on the ball? Yes or no? Yes. But still, ball is not moving. Why? There is an obstacle. What is that obstacle doing? Correct? That is correct. There is. How? So you come, one of you come here. Come here. You stand here. Okay. I pull him, what happens? He comes. But if I pull, yeah, you pull. Is he able to move? So if somebody is at rest, he is at rest now. Go, sit down, thank you. He is at rest now. How he is at rest? When I pull, there should be another force or somebody there on the other side pulling equally. Correct? Only then object will be at rest. Mostly very difficult to find objects at rest. Very difficult to find objects at rest. We are all there at rest, of course. Right? That is because we are all always having at least two forces which balance each other. If two forces are balancing each other, how the forces should be acting? Equal and opposite. Correct? Then only it will be, you understand, just as I pulled, two people pulled on, tug of war type of thing. Okay? So, this object is at rest. But we know there is one force acting on it for sure. What is that? Gravity. That means gravity is pulling down. We all know that, towards the center of the earth. But it is at rest. There is only one force that I know that is acting, which is very well known, gravity. It is at rest. That means what? There should be another force in the upward direction because gravity is down. There should be another force in this direction which is equivalent to the force of gravity. Therefore, it is at rest. What is that force called? If I slap somebody, what will that person do? Slap on the other side for me, right? This is called action. The other fellow gives a slap on my cheek. That is called reaction. Because it was not happening before. It happened only when I slapped. Correct? Only when I slap, the other guy slaps me back. So this is action and that is reaction. So here the action is gravity. What is the reaction? The table is strong. So it is not bending. Right? It is very strong. So it is giving a reaction. And how much should be the reaction? Equal to the weight of the ball. The weight of the ball is the gravitational force. Correct? We all know. What is that equal to? Anybody? What is the gravitational force here? How do you measure? Observe. I leave it here. What happens? Comes. What is the speed with which it will reach? Some speed it will reach, right? If I go on a ladder and drop from that height, same ball, what will be the speed with which it will hit? Now more or less? It will increase. But why the speed increases? Oh God, one by one. Super. Because there is gravitational force. Good. That is what I am trying to understand. I still don't understand what is that gravitational force. I am trying to understand that. What is the gravitational force? Down. Exactly. Force, right? Something that brings everything to the ground. Okay? That is the gravitational force. So, therefore I am asking, I take this rubber ball. I take a huge football or shot put ball. Okay? Shot put ball. Both I drop from here. What will be the speed with which the rubber ball will hit the ground? What is the speed with which the shot put ball reach the ground? How many of you say it will hit the ground with the same speed? Very good. Put down, hands down. How many of you think that it will hit the ground with different speed? So many people. Fantastic. Majority wins, right? In this case, majority fails. Okay, I have torn 2 pages. I am using so much of fan here. Maybe I will go on top of the stage. What happened? This came first, this came later. Why? One person says is, first answer is, this is heavier, therefore it is coming. This is lighter, so it is not coming. Correct? That is a normal observation. All of us see everywhere around. Okay? Because it is heavier. Now what I will do? What I do? I crush it into a ball. Did I add any stone, any weight to this? Did I add anything to this? No. Shall I do the experiment once more? Now we will see what happens. Ready? Why?
Sir, when the paper was not folded, it had a lot of surface area, so the air resistance was more. But when you crunched it up, the air resistance adding on it was less.
Super answer. But still, I don't understand something.
What, sir?
The previous experiment I cannot understand. The area of the notebook and the area of the paper are same. So the air resistance should be same.
Sir, but the notebook is little heavier.
Heavier?
Because there are more pages than the single.
Right. Okay, good. We are slowly coming to the answer. Right. Because of the shape. Shape is always either rectangular or square only, both cross section.
When the paper is flat, the air is pushed. The air is
Yes.
and when it goes this way, it takes more time.
Perfect.
If the paper is crushed, nothing is holding it up.
That's what she said, area and things like that. That is correct. But then what I am trying to say is, why did the notebook come first? It's also having the same area, same air pressure. That's the point. Okay. Now I am going to do a small change in the experiment. Now I do a different experiment. What do? I put the paper below the notebook. What happened?
The paper is much thinner, so more pressure can put it up. But the book is much bigger,
Right.
so
That
heavier, so the
That we
pressure-
already said, yeah. That we already
So
said.
the pressure
Wait.
can make it. There's no atmosphere in a particular area. When you put a cotton ball and
Iron ball, both will come together. That means if there is no atmosphere here, no air here, if I drop these two, what should happen? Both of them will come together. Right? Now you know why this is coming slowly. Because there is a air present around. Right? They always, many people told me already that there is air pressure. That is why this fellow is coming slow. That is the correct answer. The same air pressure is also on this. But because this is heavier, bigger mass, the air pressure is somewhat very small. This fellow is able to overcome that pressure and is able to fall. Okay? Whereas this fellow is very light and therefore he is not able to overcome that air pressure, so he comes slowly. If there is no air, if I put vacuum here, then both will come together.